o'clock, just to let you know. I got it really at 12 o'clock. So I got a couple of hours of sleep in there, which is fantastic, but I am hyped up and ready to go. So, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I'm going to show you how to get a high performance OLED black, but you're not true OLED black, OLED light black projection screen setup, sound bar, fire stick, projector, the whole 9 yards. And keep in mind, this is only going to cost you, should run you around like $650, most likely with taxes and all, probably about $780 or close to $700, but it should be around close to around $650. All right, so the screen you're seeing right here, this is a wallpaper surface. Picked this over at Amazon for around $28. That's basically about it. It is coated with our technology. I'm just going to figure out what one of the containers are in here. There we go. So this right here, shake this up. This is our container right here with the jet black labels on them. Yeah, dark labels. This right here is our advanced ambient projection 38 Black Widow, which you're seeing coated on this, but actually already coated on the surface. This is all you're going to need to paint that screen over there. Now, when you're painting the surface, we do advise you, because it's fiberglass, it has a bit of a very slick surface to it. We always advise you to put one coating of primer on it. Once it dries, add this onto it, and you're done. That's it. So that right there, that kit's around $209. It also does come with a free blackout cloth surface of 100 inches, just in case if you don't want to do wallpaper. Now, as I said, $209 for the kit, free shipping, and the blackout cloth surface. And then you're talking about $28 for the surface if you decide you want to go wallpaper. Now, my projector I'm using behind me, let me stand up. My projector I'm using in the demonstration is my Christie LW400. This projector can cost you anywhere in the price range of $100, which I paid $109 for mine. And the most you're going to pay for is around $250. That's what I would pay, about $250. Lamps for this are very cheap, because I buy lamps for this all the time. Very cheap. You're going to pay probably about $50, $60 for a lamp, but it takes a while to burn one of these lamps out. So like I said, somewhere for this projector price range is going to cost you anywhere from $100. Most I would pay for is $250. That's basically about it. And they do have it in black too if you can find one. As for, let me see if we covered everything. Make sure for this. So we covered the screen at $128. The paint is $209. The projector behind this is $100 to $250. We maxed it at $250 for that price. And the sound bar. So the sound bar I'm using right here, these sound bars are called, I think I got the right. It's called TCL. That's TCL. I think I put TLC. Anyway, we'll put down the right remote controls. This right here, the sound bar, fantastic sound bar, has amazing sound capabilities. You don't have to break the bank on having a sound system. It comes with a sound bar, and it comes with the speaker. The speakers are Bluetooth. The subs are Bluetooth. Gives me plenty of sound, plenty of power. You don't have to spend a lot of money breaking the bank. That would cost you about $120 on Amazon. That's what I paid for mine. I like them so much, I bought 5 of them. I have one here, one actually in each room. So like I said, fantastic soundbar to set up, not too complicated, easy to use. So all together, with the screen paint, the sound bar, and if I added a fire stick to it, all together it would cost me somewhere around $650. That's it. Now, with the technology I'm showing you right here, we have the ability to produce, because of our advanced ambient light projection Black Widow technology, we have the advantage points of using this in ultra short throws. We can use this in fully lit environments. The screen produces a 100% contrast level, something that a gray screen or white screen cannot do. It produces better color than a gray and white screen, and like I said, it can be used in fully lit environments, ultra short throw, and also top of that, it is weatherproof. And as I said before, I have tested this product against $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 projection screens, and even the technology is even more advanced than the most expensive gunmetals out there on the market. So like I said, you can design your own OLED wallpaper screen with a 100% contrast, and even if your projector only has 1,000:1 contrast, which mine has over there, you'll still be able to pick up that amazing image. Let me show you that's wallpaper. It's not connected to the wall. Some people, when they look at that, they swear up and down that they're looking at a screen that's painted to the wall. That's actual wallpaper. So you can paint over other things besides, if you don't want to use the wallpaper surface, you can paint over motorized screens, fixed screen screens, just about styrofoam. We have a list of detailed information on what you can paint and what you can't paint. All right, so I'm gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna do some gaming off of this and show some demonstrations off of this. at the end of the day, you don't have to spend all this money for an expensive projector. Oh, and just to show you my settings of my projector, so you can see that we don't have everything amped up. Let me bring my volume a little bit here. All right, oh, that's too high. All right, let me go over here. And go back over there. Go down to my easy menu. And there you can see my settings for my projector. So my projector right now sits in the brightness of 9 and sits in whisper mode. So whisper mode for Christie's is eco mode. So we don't have to have it blaze and have the lamp all the way up in order to achieve a beautiful image. Now, instead of you going out and spending the money for a gray screen paint product that will say, hey, look, you'll save money, that the screen's going to be cheaper, you know what I mean, you're not going to pay a lot of money for it. At the long run, you will be paying a lot of money. Due to the fact that a gray screen can't produce contrast and can't produce color, and that means you're going to have to spend the money for a very expensive projector for making for the contrast levels in the color, because the screen can't produce it. Which means you're going to have to spend a little bit more money than a projector for $100 to $250. You're going to be spending money for like anywhere from $1,000, $1,500 to $3,000 or more for a projector just to get your image to look like this. When our technology can do it with a projector that costs $109. That's it, $109. So anything over that projector, it's going to look even more insane. Or if you're dealing with the gray or white screen, again, you're going to have to spend the money for the projector, you're going to have to calibrate, and you will be stuck in a dark environment. All right, so let's get this started. I added in the Amazon Fire Stick because I have one over there. It cost me $39. So keep in mind, you're going to have a Fire Stick. You can go with the Fire Stick. The speakers are $120. The surface for the screen is $28. The kit's $209. It also comes with a free surface on top of that, a 100-inch screen that comes with that. Altogether, $650. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this because I'm dying to some Pac-Man up the screen all day. This one got the bounce. I think it's on sort of. We go a lot. Let's look at the discotheque music attached to it. I was wondering where that one was at. That discotheque. Wait, I got soundboards in here. Where are my remote controls to my soundbars? We operate this through my soundboard. Now, a little quick trick on this. If you don't want to be operating the volume on your projector, turn your volume on your projector all the way up and then control it through your soundboard, which I should be doing, literally. And these projectors have bass. Did you know that? There is actually, bass projectors have amazing sound capabilities. Let me show you my easy menu in here. This is the advanced menu. Let me show you my audio in here. This is my audio in this projector. Yeah, it has bass and treble, surround sound, all that. If you want to control your volume, all you got to do is just go in and just turn your whatchamacallit all the way up, and then control it through there. Let's see what's set up. We're gonna go here. No. There we go. Go up. No. Screen. Okay. Remember, I'm doing it on a dial. All right. There we go. I don't want it too loud. It's like 3 o'clock. I keep forgetting. I'm thinking I thought it was up at 6 o'clock, and I realized the time. I got up at 12. So I went to watch TV at 7, passed out, woke up at around 12, and I'm up. So usually that's how my brain functions. Let's see where my sound is at now. You spend all this money. People spend for a couple grand, $800. Heck, for what we pay for the whole package here, most people pay about $5, $6, $7, $800 at most, $900. This is all it costs me at the end of the day. If I want to set this package up, that's all it costs me. And that's with the Fire Stick included. See that black contrast as one, that's what I love about this. 100%, no fake grays, none of that. 100% black. That's why the color looks amazing, pops higher. Oh, he's going to be running that service. Oh! Come on, come on. Getting that little groove right there is a nightmare. There we go. There we go. Hide out a little bit. man, whatever. Whatever. No. Let me see. All right, sorry about that, people. Hold on for a minute. I have to go up. Go back. Go over. Here we go. Which one? On an angle or this one? Wait a minute. So we need to fix. We're in our advanced settings right now. All right. Come on. Let's see. Please tell me to turn auto. All right. All right. All right. Audio. There we go. That's better. So anything I deal with in here is basically my volume, that's it. So I told you before, I'm gonna wait till it's early in the morning because I gotta turn this thing all the way up on here, which is quite loud, and then I can adjust my volume through my soundbar, which I have a remote control around here somewhere, but I'll find it. Go back open Pac-Man. I'm definitely going to crash on here. Or I have to find out how much Crash Bandicoot. We got another player now, so my driver, her husband, soon-to-be husband, daughter plays on here too. He plays on a PC platform, but he won't be to play with us on Crash. But I'm going to buy the game for her today as a gift so she can play with us online. So there'll be 3 people in there carrying on and acting up. Let me go back over here because I got to get to the game of this. I'm going to go back to another game. The jump. I don't want to go to jump too much. Or did you get the jumps in here? Oh, man. I did jump down here. I can do it. No, man, are you kidding me? I had a little bit to go on that one. What the heck? I got a joystick for this, but it's downstairs. I don't know if I'm going to get it. rocker in there. And that. Don't worry, I'll do it for a few minutes. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. You can't come in there like that. I think I'm gonna take this screen right here because I got to do a 140-inch levitating screen next week. So this screen, the levitating screen, is gonna cover if you want to see this. I'm gonna turn that into a portrait. I'm putting that right over there on a portrait. Yeah, I'm gonna do a portrait right there. I love the wallpaper. Or I can put this in the other room. I love the wallpaper. My screen's only hanging up here by 3 pieces of Velcro. That's it. 1, 2, 3. That's it. The rest of it's just hanging. It's not even next to the wall. That's it. It's a lightweight. If you go to basically do the wallpaper setup, Now it comes with a surface that you can build a frame. All right, you got to build a frame and attach it. But if you decide to go with the $28 wallpaper, all you got to do is put the primer on it, put our technology on it, and you're done. That's it. 3 pieces of Velcro. That's all that's hanging the screen right now. That's it. Now what I'm gonna do tomorrow is, I already ordered another piece. Someone was asking me a question, if you put them together, can you make a bigger screen? We're just gonna take another piece and Velcro it here and here and just drape it down the middle. And just see if it blends in, which it should be no problem. I'm gonna go look over. I'm gonna get a single ring. Didn't go eat my face, eh? We got new charge. What do you get? What do you get? What do you get? It'll be unlocked. We got some new stuff. What if I got the robot? Did I get the robot? We got one here. We got her. New parts. New wheels. Oh, those are the circus wheels. I'll definitely take those. I know I had all this stuff in here. I don't check my stuff at all. All of these unlocked? Oh, I'm taking this. That is hot. My friend, when she sees this car, it's got this cloak device on it. Oh, she's gonna freak out. Like, where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that sucker? How much that one at? Oh, that car is sweet. Oh, you got the blue wheels to go with it. Blue wheels with an eye. I'm sorry, people. I gotta go back and get some blue wheels with this. Where's my, oh, no, grab it, grab it. Okay, we're going back too far. Let's see. Ah, man. Brakes. Alright. I still want to get the blue wheels to go with that. Wait, I only got 4 wheels with this? With the video on the back. Oh, come on, man. Alright, which one wheel's that? I want the blue wheels to go with this. Oh yeah, that's sweet. I'll take the blue wheels any day. That's hot. Oh, that's hot, man. That is definitely hot. I can't wait to show this one. I didn't even know I had that paint color. Those are special paint colors. I want to see what they got in the garage too, because I've been playing this game for the last couple of days. I ran into some really good points. So I'm gonna buy some new stuff. Hey, French fry head. French fry head. Ugh. Most likely he's in his box preparing for battle. That's what I have to do. We got to do something with that box, do something cool with it. That's his box now, a new thing. It's amazing. I don't even buying cat toys anymore. We hit tons of cat toys, but he's just waiting until so my box is ready to thing now. Oh, come on, man. Really? Already from the door. Already from the door. Oh, man, really? I love the fact it can be in a fully lit environment, and that's a 100% black label I'm staring at right now. Ooh, the new Batman movie's gonna look good on this. It's all 720p right now we're running. No expensive projectors. Yeah, I learned something. But they, somebody teach me something. I think people play online when you teach me some stuff. Still haven't mastered it. I think it's really, really good. But man, the combos are insane. Alright, let's show some of the stuff on here real quick. Oh, I'm gonna play some Borderlands today, get myself ready. Oh, I hope they put a freaking multiplayer on there, freaking deathmatch on there. Oh, please. Let me see what video application's gonna look like on a $650 setup. Let's go play around some. We haven't done any food demonstrations on here in a while. Challenge for 1 year? Hey, I mean, we can make it 3 years. I can even set up for 3 years. I'll put a setup downstairs, hook this up, one outside, 3 years. So, for those of you who don't know, as I said before, that I don't like the fact that people constantly use ultra short throw demonstrations in the demonstrations because, again, they're hugging and kissing the screen. I don't like demonstrations with overpriced, expensive projectors and demonstrations because what customers don't realize is the only way you're going to get that image right there you're looking at right now, you're going to have that projector. Just like what you're watching right now on this screen, you can use other projectors. As you can see, we got plenty of projectors to play around in the house with in different environments. But if you wanted to use a projector of $109, Christie projector sitting behind me, the LW400, this is how it's going to play on our screen. This is what you're going to get at the end of the day. You're going to use this in a fully lit environment. It can cost you a ton of money. But if you're watching a demonstration on a $3,000 projector, guess what? You're going to have to use that projector or higher in order to get the same image because that's what bought you and made you buy the product to begin with. When you saw the demonstration, you saw the screen, you saw the performance, and that's what you wanted. Well, guess what? If you want that particular setup the way it is and the way it's designed, you're going to have to pay some money out. Which means our $650 setup we have here is way cheaper than a $3,000 projector. And you haven't even got the paint yet. You don't even have speakers, nothing. And we have enough to add in a fire stick. So get what you pay for it. What's the argument gonna be? Oh, the black screens come up too dark? I don't see it. And our projector's sitting in eco mode right now. 900 factory settings. That's not it. And consider the fact you're getting a 100% contrast level. You'll be able to pull contrast. My projector's contrast behind me is 1,000 to 1. That's it. So I can pull a contrast level if my projector was 2 or 3 million with no problem because my screen is jet black. Ooh, let's check this out.
Find the hotel, vacation rental, cabin.
Actually, I want to check out that demonstration, that black and white demonstration. I love that. Colors on there, and this thing is amazing. Let me see for a quick search. Go to black and white demonstrations. Oh, well, okay, that came up completely different. Black and white 4K demonstrations. Well, that's a little better. Ooh, I like this demonstration right here. We have to play this. Not bad, it's not wild.
Indulge in Wawa's new blackberry cobbler handcrafted beverages made just for you. Gotta have a Wawa.
This is what this demonstration was displayed for. Not a great screen. I can't. This is from QLED. It's developed for black screens only. Not only are you paying less for your equipment and your projector in the back, but you're getting a technology that looks like an OLED TV on your wall. You're producing 100% contrast level, and the colors look absolutely incredible. Without calibrating your projector at all. My projector sees billions of colors. You're not seeing that. No, the gray screen, you're not picking that up. That's why you're calibrating on your billion color projector. It takes millions and millions of colors. You're not seeing that. You can see it. Why do you have to calibrate it? So we don't save you hundreds, we save you thousands. Some people say, well, that's wrong. No, it's not wrong. How are you saving hundreds when you got to spend $3,000 for a projector? There you go. Now, if you don't have to spend $3,000 for a projector, then they would have no problem doing a 1-year swap out on 720p only, fully lit environments only. And that means color, contrast, the whole 9 yards. You'll have to display it on that screen. No ultra short throws. But if they can't do that, then it tells you at the end of the day, yeah, you're going to spend some money for a projector. Because there's no way in the world that, you know, if you get a higher the contrast ratio you get on your projector, you're going to see a slight little better difference. You are. But you're never going to be able to pull 100% black level. No, not like this. That will never happen. You will never see contrast, ever. But you'll see a better improvement on shades of darker grays that you will see. And the more money you spend on a higher contrast level for your projector, the better those shades and darker they will become. So it means you're going to have to spend some money. A lot of money. So where would you be saving any money? You still got to calibrate it. Let's go someplace else. Let's go. What's this right here?
At Hampton by Hilton, hot breakfast means
Always
$10
give me something new.
and waffles with extra chocolate sauce, and extra giggles, and extra napkins. Book our family of brands at Hilton.com. To new memories, Hilton.
Now you're going to tell me a gray screen can pull that. In this environment we're at right now, it can pull that level right there. I can do that when the sun comes up. It's not going to happen. And it can do it at 1,000:1 contrast ratio. Not going to happen. Eco mode, not going to happen. Projector below factory settings at 9, not going to happen. Before, and I can't stress enough, if I have to get up out of my chair right now and take my camera and stick it that close to my screen at a finger's distance to show you the contrast level, then it's not seeing contrast. I'm sitting in my chair. I do not plan to get up from my chair to show you that because I don't have to. I can do it from here. That's why I explained to you that gray screens, white screens, you're definitely going to pay more for a projector because in order to try to get some kind of contrast level, you're going to have to add more money onto it. There's no way where you can do it. So pause that right there. We're going to take our certified screens. This right here is these are the top darkest gunmetal screens because anything else we put against this technology is not going to do well. So we're going to do a DMP Supernova right there. The screen would cost you around $5,000 for a 100-inch. These are gunmetal technology screens. I'm going to put this one right here. Right here we have is our Dark Star 9 by Elite Screens. This right here, oops, it's under my control. This right here is going to cost you $3,000. As a 0.9 gain, nice high performance screen. Now we choose these screens because these are gunmetals. I would prefer putting gunmetals against my screen because at the end of the day, the gray screens or silver screens are not going to be able to withstand that black technology. It's not going to have the ability to pull contrast level. So we choose the darker screens where these screens would have a better chance going against the technology. Because our screen pulls a 100% contrast level, not only you don't have to, because you can use a projector behind you with 1,000:1 contrast ratio, you can use a projector behind you at 720p. You don't have to spend all this money to make up for what the screen can't do. Because at the end of the day, this technology can make a 720p outdated projector look absolutely incredible. Let's go back. So these companies probably use it, they did, a high-end, high-powered, expensive projector to make the screen look good. Ambient light controlled environments. Same thing if you go with a gray screen paint product, same problem it's going to have. You're going to have to buy an expensive projector, and you're going to have an ambient light controlled environment, and you will be calibrated. Our technology doesn't require it. Our customer can get a setup and design it for $650 and still have a slick, futuristic wallpaper surface with a 100% contrast level, not gray. that if you want the same image that I'm doing here in this demonstration, exact same image from this projector, then the projector behind you is only going to cost you $100 to $109 to around $249. You watch a demonstration with a $3,000 Optima projector sitting in it, and you want that exact same demonstration, that same image, you're going to spend $3,000. So as you can see, $5,000 projection screen, $3,000 projection screen. I guarantee for all the money in the world that they didn't use the projector sitting behind me right now. So how is it that I'm sitting here with two high-performance certified screens? They're not seeing a contrast level. We're picking up a contrast level, and our projector is 8,000 to 1. And for this, you're saying, well, it's picking a brighter level? That's not a good sign. A brighter level means the screen's going to have an issue picking up contrast and color. White levels may maintain, yes, but again, contrast and color are going to fail the screen miserably. These screens were designed to do contrast levels. That's why they're darker. You can't pull contrast level if you're next to a screen that is literally black. Let's go real quick. Let's show off. Let's see. There's so much on here. I do like to show those colors. Let's go over to red screen. Now this is what you should be seeing in any demonstration involving any form of screen paint or projection screen. You need to see exactly how your colors are being produced when it hits the screen by themselves, not a bunch of colors mixed into them by themselves. And there you go. That reflective surface is not a good thing. Also, to the reflective surface has something called the narrow Unicum effect. So let's show you. Stand here, you have to be in the front, like so. See? You have to be in line with the screen. There you go. It's called a narrow Unicum effect. As your screens have a difficult time picking up on their angle gain doesn't pick up all that well, and they become dark. That's the reflective surface. I call it the curse of the reflective surface because that reflective surface is, for me, I couldn't use it. It's a bit of a nightmare. Then we pick up a high white level.
Lighting adds confidence, so you undermine your message.
That's the first thing. Anytime we do a demonstration on the screen, we have certifieds up there. The first thing we do is display white levels. The white levels will tell me exactly what I need to see in the screen. If the screen's white levels are way too high, we'll know at the end of the day if it'll see contrast and color right there from just showing at that white level. People think that a screen has to have the highest white level to produce the best color. No, you're definitely sadly mistaken. No. If that's the case, then white screens would be more superior because they produce the highest white level. That's what you don't want. That's the opposite. You need a balance. There's a certain color balance in order to get the screen to carry out a high white level, color, and contrast all at the same time. The white levels can't be too high, because if they're too high, that means the contrast and color washes out. If the screens are too dark, that means basically the white levels suffer. There has to be a balance of white light, and that white light you're seeing right here is completely off. The Dark Star 9 is doing much better on its balance, but the daylight screen, way too high. So that's why when we switch over to, let's see, the color red, doesn't pick up. White level's way too high. There has to be a balance in there. Let's go, let's see. Slow color change out. That's why gray screens have complications because their white levels are way too high. Now see how the dark is doing a little bit better because it doesn't have such a high reflective surface, where daylight screen has an extremely too high, reflective level is way too high. That's why when we stick a gray screen against this, we turn a gray screen into a white sheet of paper, because a gray screen has no contrast. These screens have contrast capabilities embedded into them. They're gunmetals. But a gray screen against this that has no form of contrast at all, oh man, yeah, it turned into a white sheet of paper outside. Inside and outside, it turned into a white sheet of paper. These screens do have contrast, but like I said, even when they make the screen darker, they know at the end of the day that the white levels are going to drop. That's why the reflective surface is put there to be the height and the white level. The problem is it's too high. And this is the reason why they use certain projectors, they calibrate their projectors, all that stuff is being done to make the screen look a certain way on camera. So you're talking about a $3,000 projection screen for 100-inch. And over here we have a 5,000 where our screen is 4 feet by 8 feet. And it does a 235.1 setting because it has the extra 8 feet to it. Well, actually 7 feet, 4 by 7 is 100-inch. Yeah, but yeah, at 4 feet by 8, you can do 235.1 off it easily. And this would cost our customer at the end of the day $28 for the surface and $209. Plus the projector behind me, $109 to 250 bucks. Soundbar at the bottom, $120. And if you add in a fire stick, you still come out with 250 bucks. Sorry, $650. Sorry about that. There's no calibrating, no dark environments, none of that nonsense whatsoever, not needed. We'll bring our ultra short throw projector here. We have to take these off because they're not ultra short throw compatible. And our ultra short throw projector we use in our demonstration cost me $60. That's it. So yeah, you go to one of these companies, the first thing they'll tell you, oh yeah, you tell me, I got this projector. What projector are you using? Well, do an experiment. Call them up one day and say, hey, I want to get one of your screens. My projector I'm using is a Christie LW400. They may laugh at you. They could hang the phone up on you. I don't know which way that's going to go, but you will be laughed at. Like, what the freak? Why are you? No. You want to go, they're going to choose the most expensive projector. They're going to pick some 4K projector and cost you $4,000, for $3,000 to $4,000. That's what you want to go with. So right there, that's going to give you so and so and so. Yeah, because that projector is literally going to be doing all the work at the end of the day. If the screens were so advanced, how come they're having such a hard time on the projector I have behind me? For that kind of money, that thing should run on anything at the end of the day. Even one of the shoebox projectors. It's a lot of money, $5,000 for a screen, $4,000 to $5,000 for a screen. Let's go to Desired Nature 8K. Butchered that one, but still, it went in. Let's go with, where's she in here? There she is. Now again, this technology we had before you was never developed for white levels. It was developed for contrast capabilities, to be able to produce the most darkest black levels. Against our technology, you wouldn't stand a chance. Because we could turn that gunmetal into a gray screen easily. So this is what our customers save. When people say they're saving you hundreds, they're not saving you hundreds. You're losing money. We save people thousands of dollars. I deal with businesses, companies, people all the time that basically have the money to spend money for expensive, overpriced projectors, or have the money to pay for these expensive screens, and we can come and show you a demonstration like, look, this is our technology right here versus $8,000 worth of screen material on the screen. And a gray screen can't compete with the gunmetal. You know why? Because the gunmetal is the one that's responsible for taking out the gray screen. Gunmetals produce heavier contrast levels, they can maintain white levels, and they can pick up beautiful colors. Something that a gray screen can't do. Where our technology can take out and overwhelm the gunmetal. Because the gunmetal's strong points are its contrast levels. You can't beat a screen that's jet black. So for the elitists that we bump in from time to time who have these screens at 150 inches or 120 inches, that are spending $20,000 and $30,000 for a screen. You know, a DMP Supernova for 180 inches, like the big screen I got downstairs, would cost you around $18,000 to $17,000. Yeah, a lot of money. That's what it would cost you. And you're not using the projector behind. It's not going to happen. You're going to spend another couple $1,000s for the projector. You definitely are going to spend that. If you're going to spend 18 grand for a screen, you're definitely going to cough up a couple $1,000s. I mean, heck, that Dell projector had a projector 5,000 lumens. It's hard to get them, but it was 5,000 lumens, and that projector was an ultra short projector. That projector was $6 grand for that projector. So yeah. I had somebody come back and said, I didn't even think screens could be that expensive. They're very expensive. You want top of the line, you want best of the best, you have to pay for it. That's what they cost. Best thing about our technology, we even the playing field by a lot. So when someone sits there and says, they're saving you hundreds, where are you saving hundreds at the end of the day? Technically, if there are no test demonstrations on the product versus some of the products out there, like the Bear, Bullseye, or the Network Gray, pretty much you're probably taking more from them because they pretty much can do the same thing. That's why I explained to you on those forum sites we go to, these people have made their own gray screen paint products. And they've gone down to Home Depot and Lowe's and Sherman-Williams and all those places, and they've made their black and white mixtures and they paint the walls. Other people are pretty much bought Stewart's and Firehawk G4s, Seymour AV 1.3s, and those. The elitists have the Darkstar 9 black diamonds. You know, I mean, we saw a couple of dragonflies in there. So, you know, they got those T-prisms, or a few people had those in there. So, yeah, they had those screens right there. But if you're going in there with a great mixture, what are you going to tell against somebody who's been to Home Depot and Lowe's and has made their own product? The first thing they're going to ask is, hey, let's do a side-by-side comparison and see if we have the same thing. Well, what are you going to do? You can't feed that mumbo jumbo in there. All those people in there are all professionals up in that place. What are you gonna say to them? There you go. The most comment we get off black technology is, hey, I can do the same thing with black paint. I got that demonstration already. Here's a demonstration. We paint into the screen. Enjoy. 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, I got an email popping up. How much? Because we can back it. Let's go check this out. Well, let's take this off my screen right now. I want to check out what I the demonstration of the black and white. That was pretty close to a nice demonstration. What was it called? Oh, I know what it was called. It was called Black and White Challenge. That's what it was called. That's what it was. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let's see. Black and White Challenge. There it is. That's what I was looking for. I gotta turn this down. People ask us about the white levels in our technology. Our white levels in our technology is extremely good, and I'll show you. There you go. No, not that. We'll get to it. That's the white levels on our technology.
Black or white? Yes, this is our black and white challenge.
Anytime under, let me make sure we got this on. Anytime under you're using any form of black technology or dark technology or gunmetal, it has to be to produce a certain level of white level. The problem you have with the gunmetal technology is the fact that the white levels are extremely good, but the problem is they're too high. They're so high that they're washing out their screens. They wash out the color and they wash out the contrast. You have to have a certain balance. So when I fire off a projector and you see that our paint comes in at a certain tone, that tone is supposed to be there. That tone allows us for this, the technology we bid into the screen allows the screen to pick up the high white levels, the contrast, and the color all at the same time. And people say, well, if I just get that tone, yeah, good luck with that. That takes a long time to figure that one out. A long time and a lot of prayer. You know how long we've been working with black technology? We didn't start developing this stuff overnight. We were working with black technology since 2012, that far back, under a company called Digital 4K Crystal Onyx. That's why I said, when you're a Christian, you gotta have patience. Now we are at the point where God blessed us with knowledge, the capability that we pretty much can get. Like I said, it's hard to explain that this technology was developed within weeks, a day or so, hours. The technology you see sitting on the screen took them years to develop. And can we go beyond this? Yeah, we can go beyond a Black Widow. Do we choose to? Nah, I'm done. I don't want to design any more screen paint. This is it. This is what I saw in my vision. This is what the Lord blessed us to be able to have. And this is what I'm happy with. I don't need anything else. We got the unicorn coming up, which I'm happy about that. That's going to be the girl gamer paint for girls, which the girls are going to like that. And like I said, guys too, doesn't make a difference because I'm getting one for myself. But like I said, after we don't need anything else. I told you when I came up out of that dream, I saw that screen paint. I said, that's it. This is what we need. This is what we want. This is going to be the final. And here it is. We got it. And good luck to you companies who are going to try to reverse engineer. Let me explain something to you. You may not be Christians at the end of the day, but you can take nothing from a man that God has given him a blessing. Can't take it. Can't reverse engineer. Can't nothing. You can't figure it out. Never. When God blesses you to have something that is your blessing for you, no one can take it from you. No one. You will be left with nothing but failure. You can't steal what God gives to another. Can't do it. Can't belittle it. You can't destroy it. You can't taint it. You can't do anything. Unless you're going to go before the Almighty himself and tell him what you're planning to do. Yeah. The devil didn't get that far. Got him thrown out of heaven. Got him cast onto the earth. So if the devil wasn't one of God's top angels with extreme amount of power and was thrown out of heaven, cast on the earth and turned into a hideous creature, you being a mere man, you really think you could get that far? No. That's why my trust is in God. That's why we dedicate all our technology to our Lord and Savior. Look at this. It's the blackest technology I've ever seen in my life that we've ever been able to develop. I told you, I saw that liquid splashing around in that container, and I woke up and I said, how are we going to even make this? How is this even possible? We don't even have access to Ventablack technology. And sure enough, 3 ingredients in my basement. One day I was in my basement working on an order, and 3 ingredients we had in the basement. I'll never tell you what it is, but 3 ingredients in the basement. All we had to do is mix those 3, and it converted it to this dark technology. At 1%, it showed a extremely high promise. Look at the white level. I still can't get over that. I never thought we were going to get used to this, but yeah, at 1%, its white levels were freaking amazing. And this is without heightener technology and bidding. Because remember, the Lord blessed us with 3 different forms of enhancers to increase our screen's capabilities. Now, I said the most dangerous screen you can have on the market is a black screen that can register white light. But what makes me even more happy, we can give this to our customers. We can sell this to our customers for a reasonable price. Because I guarantee if I sign any big contract, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to come in, they're going to market it, they're going to jump the price, they're going to charge these people all this money. And then the people who we really want the screen to go to, they're not going to be able to reach it because they're going to make the price tag too high so they can't get their hands on it. That's why we're not interested in any big companies, none of that. I like to deal with the mom and pop, the everyday Joe, the person who's down to earth. Is that amazing or what? Look at the colors popping off that. And again, like I said, the projector we have in the back is only $109. I love it. I freaking love it so much. There's so many challenges on here. TCL, black and white demonstration. Oh, I should have put down TCL 4K demonstrations. I want to do this one right here right now. I'm putting some sound for this one. We're going to be doing a motorized screen soon. I'm going to do one I'm going to pay $68 for off of eBay, and then I'm going to get myself a 150-inch, the Elite. I decided I'll get that one, motorized screen. Now we're going to do some conditioning to the surface. What I read on the Elite screens, they have a very thick PVC backing, which is good, which is going to make it sturdy and it has a little heavier bar, but we're going to stiffen the screen. So how you stiffen a motorized projection screen to keep it from waving, you put a couple coats on it. That's why I said, you know, when individuals are making statements that this would jam a motor, that's poppycrop, that's fake. You can actually stiffen your screen a little bit by adding in a couple coats. The Apocalypse projection screen we have over there has 6 coats attached to it. And it has a cheap motor on it, and it runs with no problem. So we're going to get the Elite screen. We're going to put about 2 applications on it to stiffen the screen. Now I'm going to expand my screen a little bit because my product's black, so I can go beyond my borders. I'm going to make it completely borderless. You ever seen a borderless black screen? Oh, motorized screen? You're going to see one. We're going to put UFO lighting on it, which means the UFO lighting is a bar at the bottom that glows. When the screen activates, it comes down, it shines light as it comes down. So if I'm going to hook up this Elite screen, 150 inches, we're going to basically hook it up. Now to get the UFO effect to trigger, as the screen's coming down, we're going to make a small bookcase stand at the bottom, which is going to have an area to connect my slide line projector and project out the ceiling. But the top part of that bookcase is going to be painted bone white. So when that light comes down, it reflects. Then we're going to start the process in here for the 140-inch levitating screen. We're going to build this screen. It's going to be thin. It's going to be about that freaking thin. Sorry about the hands, I work all the time, but it's going to be that freaking thin. It's going to have no weight to it whatsoever. And there's going to be no support rails in the middle. And it's going to be flat as a board. I'm going to show you how to condition the fabric to make it stiff like a board, like we did the gamer screen downstairs. Like that one right over there. That's a conditioned surface. Because paint works like a starch. That's what it is. You don't want to put too much on because you'll crack that screen. But 4 works pretty good. And the best one I like to use the Network Grade 773. That's what I use for doing my screens. So one thing I point out about the OLED demonstrations, always watch the back. And the neat OLED demonstrations, backs are always blacker than the actual screen. The actual contrast demonstrations are being displayed. I want to find something new. I've done so many of these, it's not even funny. What do we got right here? No, that's just talking about a TV. Been there. Oh, here's the black and white. Now keep in mind, when you're looking at that black level, that is a 100%, no gray. Watch the white levels at the same time. Never get used to it, never. I get some people ask me so many questions. First question that comes up, did I go to school for chemistry? Nope. Never went to school for chemistry. All this comes from God. used to it. I never ever. I watched these screens all day. I never used to it. Oh, we don't do this one. I don't do this particular video because I don't like this particular video because it shows a woman with a crown of thorns on her head. And I think the only person who had the right to wear that is Jesus Christ and nobody else. You don't understand when you do stuff like that? I mean, you gotta, what goes through your mind at the end of the day? I couldn't care how much money they were paying me as a supermodel. They were sitting there saying, oh, you gotta wear this crown of thorns. No, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Breach your contract and you're just gonna have to sue me at the end of the day because I am not doing that. No. People just sometimes, I don't get them at the end of the day. My goodness. You do that for all the money in the world. What point? You know, crown of thorns symbolize something at the end of the day. If you didn't think things were real strict in the Bible, go read the Old Testament. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll be happy that God basically sacrificed his son on the cross. If you knew exactly what went on in the Old Testament, if things were still today in the Old Testament, man would be less on the earth. Wouldn't be a lot of us left over. It wouldn't. You would definitely be smite, destroyed, cities be wiped out. Yeah, if you read about Sodom and Gomorrah, yeah, we wouldn't be here. No. You can tell God has mercy because if he didn't, we'd be gone by now. But you read Old Testament, you'd be like, whoa, yeah, God was not one to play around in Old Testament. He's not one to play around now, but yeah, God came down and talked to man. So it wasn't like somebody he was going to be challenging at the end of the day. He came down. He would, yeah. They did when they found parts like Sodom and Gomorrah, the way they described the destruction that went on in Sodom and Gomorrah, they said there was no weapons on the face of the planet that could have ever caused that kind of destruction. We don't have anything like that. Nothing. And mind you, that was in that particular era. Compared to the weapon systems we have today, nothing could compare to just when they analyzed the destruction that came down on them. We have nothing like it. Yeah, you didn't do that stuff. And then the laws were a little different. The biblical laws are very, very different. I mean, bottom line, if you were caught fornicating, if you were caught committing adultery, you know, they threw your entire family into a pit and you got stoned to death. They ended your bloodline right there from the door. Yeah, things were, like I said, to get forgiveness from God was, and then you had a lot of the stuff that was going on that shouldn't have been going on. Like you had, you know, you had to go through so much to get forgiveness. You had to basically sacrifice an animal, and if the smoke went up white, you know, you're forgiven. Went up black, you wasn't. There were so many things you had to do, and you had to buy an animal without blemish, which means it had to be pure, had no blemishes or marks or whatever for your sacrifice. But then you had people that were selling these sacrificial animals in the churches, where Jesus went in and beat these people out of the church, but they're making money off God. They were selling these animals. You buy this animal from me, you're guaranteed to get forgiveness. And crazy stuff that went on. But God got tired of it and gave man one sacrifice so you can make it to the kingdom of heaven. And meanwhile, you have Lucifer running about the earth trying to make sure you don't go. And right now, this decade in time, oh, it's more than ever. I want to be a Christian. I'm telling you, the world is self-destructing. Like I said, it's self-destructing. All right, let's check this out right here.
Want fresher dries every day? Get Febreze carpet clips. Install Febreze technology.
I have some people that read through, they look at it now, they think this is the end of the world. Nah, no. You take your time and you read through the Bible, and then when you get to Revelations and you read through that area right there, you will know when the end of the world is coming. Revelations is something, man, I was scared to death when I read through it. I was terrified, but yeah. You want to be right with God at the end of the day. And people say, what does this have to do with home theater? God has something to do with everything in life, everything. Our technology we have, everything we design, everything we build, everything I have, all comes from God, everything. My knowledge on this, my knowledge on that comes from God. Even my knowledge in business. Even everyday things like how to clean my house and how to this and how to handle myself, how to walk about people, how to talk to people. At the end of the day, my health, everything I have in my life, inside and out, belongs to God. So it doesn't just pertain to one thing at all, period.
Naturally freshness throughout your car.
And mind, this is coming from a person 20 years ago that wanted nothing to do with God, that hated God. Because I didn't want to become a Christian because I didn't want to get controlled. Biggest mistake of my life, I can say right now, biggest mistake is not knowing God sooner. I wasted so much time. That's my biggest regret in life, of not knowing him sooner. But better to know him than not know him at all. At least I did. I am here and I'm learning. But I couldn't imagine that 20 years ago I made that decision not to serve God. I never could understand the dry martini. I have friends of mine, I don't drink, but I have friends of mine that do drink. I'm always curious, like, okay, what do you mean by dry martini? I mean, technically it's still wet. So how's it dry? They'll sit there and they'll explain it to me like, nah, like you're like missing the point, so and so and so. But I find it interesting. Like I said, I don't have any interest in drinking, never have, but I kind of like how people describe it. Like when people drink and they describe like how it has a smoky taste to it, or it has a kind of a nutty taste to it, or a fruity taste, or something like that. I'm like, wow, you can get all that from that. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool. So I like people when they drink, they describe the drink and how it tastes and stuff like that. And these are not people that are drinking to get drunk. These are people that actually really enjoy alcohol and the way they're drinking it and savoring it. Like they can really talk and have this communication about how it tastes this way and how they think it was brewed and all that. I love listening to them talk all day long. Like it was made in these particular kegs and how it was stored and everything. I love that kind of stuff. Then I like the ones where basically they drink the strongest alcohol and they go, wow, they describe it, but they go, man, I think I just saw my life pass before my eyes. And it's kind of fun. I like to watch those. I think it's called, the Try Channel. That's where they have the Irish people drink different drinks. They try different foods and stuff. Oh, I'm addicted to that show. I love it so much. All right, we're showing a little bit of everything here. So we're showing some colors, all that good stuff. All right. We got some fish in there, all that cool stuff. Yeah, basically, I'm over my time right now. I'm way over my time. I do apologize. There's so much I'm going to show you guys. Basically, that's basically about it. You don't have to spend all the money at the end of the day, you know. Like I said, over here, I could have used the demonstration. This is even a cheap projector right here. It's a 5,000. This is a 5,000 Christie 1080p projector that I paid $500 for. That's it. This has interchangeable lenses. This projector, if I want to make it short though, I can because my lenses are all interchangeable. I can take them out. But I like to use the 720p projector in the demonstration because, like I said, it just allows my customers at the end of the day, or those that are purchasing screen paint product from us, at the end of the day, they don't have to spend all this money for an expensive projector. They can use it in a fully lit environment, you know, and I'm waiting for 6 o'clock because when 6 o'clock comes, you know where I'm going to be. I'm only here with the sunlight coming through. I can't wait to do that demonstration. So it just shows you don't have to spend all this money in the day. Usually when these projection screen companies are feeding you this stuff and they're saying, hey, you have to use an ambient light control environment, AKA you can't see in a fully lit environment. If your screen is ambient light projection, why would you have to be in an ambient light controlled environment? It doesn't make any sense. Got to calibrate the projector. So let me get this straight. I spend $1,500 to $2,000 to $3,000 for a projector that I have to calibrate at the end of the day. AKA your screen can't see color correctly. Doesn't work on an ultra short throw projector. Some of these reflective surfaces you buy from these more high-end screens are not ultra short throw compatible, which means you have to buy a special screen for ultra short throw, and that's going to cost you even more money, a lot more money. Great screen paint products, well, we already know the deal behind that. They basically match a lot of the great products we have out there on the market. Easy. Like I said, Behr, Sherwin-Williams, all that stuff matches great paint products without a problem. Heck, you can go down to Sherwin-Williams and just get a great paint made and do the exact same thing. So it's really no difference. When I see demonstrations of them showing demonstrations in fully lit environments, big deal. I got a $23 can of paint sitting on my floor in my basement. I can do the same thing. So they also rely on high-end, high-power projectors in order to make the screen look good, to make it for contrast and color, and they have to be calibrated. All right, well, that being said, I'm done from here. I am not going to be coming on for a while. I'm going to later on today around 6 o'clock when the sun pops up. And then I'm going to do a little Pac-Man off here, off camera. And after that, get some breakfast and then start getting the rest of my orders out the door and start going back and checking my emails. All right, as I said before, this is not a package kit. People get it confusing. It's a package kit for $650. Just show you how you can have this set up for $650. We'll go on eBay and see if they have any other the Christie projectors because I'm hunting for a couple of those myself. I'm gonna see if they got a lot too. If you're looking for lots of projectors, like you want like a stacks of them, just put into eBay projector and then lots, LOTS, and it'll bring up a different category where people are selling pallets of projectors if you're going down that road. And for those of you that are looking to do business with us, this is a fantastic way to start a business offline because, as I said before, or online, it's up to you. It doesn't take much to make the screens look incredible. You don't have to spend the money for expensive projectors. And imagine you can set up an entire package for your customers with Fire Stick for $650. All right, gotta go. Thank you for your time. Well, it would cost you $650. You would charge a little more than that because you have to make some money. Even at $1,000, you would still make a good overhead. You'd make about $400 or $350 out of that. So far, yeah. But anyway, yeah, you would stick a mill killing off of that. Because consider the fact, even that $1,500, you would still make a killing off of that due to the fact, like I said, $3,000 and $5,000 screens can't beat it. Gray screen paints basically require higher, more expensive projectors in dark environments, and you can use this in a fully lit environment off the wallpaper surface. On top of that, though, people, the screen looks absolutely incredible when the projector's off. Would you rather have on your wall a 150-inch black screen or a 150-inch gray screen? All right, gotta go, and God bless.